What if reality isn't something you just live in, but something you create? What if who you believe you are, your identity, shapes not just your choices, but the very structure of your world? This isn't science fiction. This is psychology, philosophy, and maybe something even deeper. Today, we explore the fascinating link between your identity and reality. Your identity is not your name. It's not your job title. It's not your Instagram bio. Identity is the internal story you tell yourself about who you are. It's made up of your memories, your beliefs, your roles in society, your emotional attachments. But here's the twist. That story isn't static. It evolves, constantly rewritten by experience, culture, trauma, and dreams. Think you're a shy person? That belief will shape how you speak, walk, even how you interpret silence in a room. Who you think you are becomes who you act like, and who you act like changes your world. Every second, your brain receives 11 million bits of information, but you can only consciously process about 50. So what happens to the rest? It gets filtered by your identity. A confident person walks into a room and sees opportunities. A self-doubter sees threats. Same room, same people, different realities. Psychologists call this confirmation bias. You notice what fits your identity and ignore what doesn't. In a way, your mind is a projector, not a camera. You don't just see the world. You're casting a version of it based on who you believe you are. Neuroscience supports this too. There's no single self region in the brain. Instead, identity emerges from networks: the default mode network, the salience network, and the prefrontal cortex. When you think about yourself, your past, future, or emotions, these areas light up. But here's the kicker. The brain rewires itself constantly through neuroplasticity. Translation: the more you tell yourself, "I'm bad with people," the more your brain wires that belief in. But if you change the identity, you change the brain, which changes how you see, think, and feel reality. Now let's go deeper. Philosophers have wrestled with this for centuries. Take the ship of Theseus. If you replace every part of a ship, piece by piece, is it still the same ship? If your memories, beliefs, and body cells are constantly changing, are you still you? Or think about Buddhist philosophy. It says the self is an illusion, a temporary aggregation of sensations and thoughts. You're not a static being. You're a process. So if identity is fluid, and reality is filtered through it, then your world is shaped by an illusion that's always evolving. Mind blown yet? But here's the danger. Identity can become a prison. I'm not smart. I'm always anxious. I'm the black sheep. These aren't just thoughts. They're spells you cast on your reality, but the power, you can rewrite them. Every time you act against an old identity, you weaken it. Every time you act toward a new one, you reinforce it. This is how people break addictions, escape cults, leave abusive relationships, and rebuild their lives. They don't just change behavior. They change who they believe they are, and their reality follows. So what's the lesson? Your identity is not a fact. It's a lens, and it's adjustable. Want to change your life? Don't just try harder. Change the story. Ask yourself, who am I when no one's watching? What beliefs about myself are limiting me? What version of reality am I reinforcing every day? Because the moment you shift who you are is the moment you begin shifting the world around you. You don't live in the world. You live in your world. And that world is shaped by one thing above all, your identity. So who will you choose to be? If this video expanded your mind, help others find it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me below, what's one belief about yourself you're ready to let go of? Until next time, keep exploring reality and rewriting who you are.